The university experience, the time when students leave their parents' abode to move into dorms and commit to their academics to bag that degree. Which is what I would say if that were really true. Now, as someone who's just done a full year of uni, I can vouch that freshers year isn't called an unserious year for nothing. And you're probably wondering, what makes you say that? Well, the clubs, man. The clubs. Okay, I don't have anything against clubbing entirely. Hey, I've been a few times. It's just that me personally, I feel it's overrated, that's all. Why? Well, what better way to start with the lines, bro, because this is getting serious. Because tell me why I'm trying to go to my campus's club with a few of my friends, and on our journey there, I'm seeing the line to get inside is too visible, too early in our walk there. I should not have to see the line from that far just for me to get inside, and these lines will be moving hella slow too, with all the people that are trying to get inside in a single file. It also doesn't help that during any other season apart from summer here in the UK, nights get extremely cold, and if you like me and head to the club with a t-shirt and no jacket, hey man, at this point you're just asking to be ill. Because remember when I said these lines are long? Yeah, bro, it's gonna be a long minute till you start warming up again. Now let's talk about the music. This is just from my own experiences, but the music in the campus's club and the clubs in the city too just don't hit, bro, like at all. Cause me, I'm trying to hear some of that R&B and rap, you feel me? But the majority of music being played are dance and electronic music, which I don't hate. I'm just not the biggest fan when it comes to this genre of music. So, to give you guys some context here, the campus's club is set up like this, with R&B and rap music being played downstairs and the ground floor with some of that dance and electronic music. We usually head downstairs when we finally get inside, and when we do, it's yeah, pretty empty. Mind you, this is close to 1 AM at this point, and this club closes at 3 usually. And when it's pretty empty downstairs, we usually alternate between going upstairs to the ground floor and back downstairs again until the numbers, start building up again, which doesn't take too long because it's close to prime time. Now, doing some quick thinking, it makes sense that the reason for downstairs being pretty empty compared to upstairs being full the entire time is, the uni I go to just isn't known for nightlife, like at all, in the slightest. And if we compare this to the scale of Midland unis like Leicester and Notts, man, some of the stories my friends be telling me having me questioning the authenticities to these stories, and apparently from what they've been telling me, almost every event really do be hitting. Hey, I'm just saying. Well, in multiple ways at least. And finally, the crowds. And I know it's a club, obviously it's gonna be packed, but that's not my issue here. My issue is when I see drinks being thrown at maximal terminal velocity above my head, with the contents of that drink spilling out and splashing everywhere, including me and the fresh fit I just took out of the dryers the very same morning of the day we decided, yo, let's step to the club. Yeah, I learned my lesson since that day. Only all black fits are being worn if I'm ever to step again. Like, I remember one time we were chilling, minding our own business on the dance floor, and I see a VK bottle be flung across the air, across multiple heads, and smack a poor girl in the face who's just dancing. Now, that person was caught by security and got kicked out, and the girl fortunately seemed okay too. But hey, it goes to show how hyper guys can get once the alcohol hits their system, I guess. These guys will be moving like Gojo after his reboot card got delivered in the second season of JJK. Now, like I said at the beginning, I don't mind clubbing. I'll go once in a while. I just have some cons with it, that's all. And if you're in your first year of uni, it could very well be a positive experience. My main point here is to make sure you're having some fun with your friends and staying safe, whether it be over some beef, people being too hyper, or just some creepy dudes roaming around. Because like I'm trying to say again, once certain people get intoxicated, they switch into full-on demon mode and all sense of self is lost. So about 6 months back, me and my boys are waiting in line to head inside the club one time, when a girl in front of us asked one of my friends, want to see me do a backflip, and my friend says yeah, and she backs up into the road area off the curb a few feet off where the line was, and proceeds to do a backflip. But let's just say that didn't go too well, and she ended up injuring herself to the point where she physically couldn't stand up anymore, and it wasn't too long till some medics came and, helped her out. Now, during the medics helping her out, we were trying to debate if my friend was at fault for getting herself injured, because he said yeah to her question. Now, if you ask me, I think she only wanted to try it, seeing as she asked him. But then again, this girl was clearly drunk, so for her sake, maybe not the best idea to say yeah, but she wanted to do it, but that's not the point. So we put the blame on him, and the good thing is she seemed okay and it didn't seem too serious. But like I said earlier, if you're gonna club, but like make sure you're having some fun with your friends and staying safe, because a club night isn't worth anyone getting injured, and instead should be a night to remember with your friends. But yeah man, that's gonna wrap up this video. Thank you so much for the support so far, and thank you for watching. Appreciate all of you. Goodbye.